Atkins. I am a graduating senior from Georgetown, South Carolina, and I'm an interdisciplinary studies major. So this summer, I have the pleasure of interning at Uncommon Schools in Newark, New Jersey. So I found out about this internship from my big sister who went to Bennett. She is currently teaching in New York right now. So during the summer, it was a 7-week program from May to July, and I had the pleasure of co-teaching a first grade classroom. We taught math, reading, writing, and read aloud. So my other teacher, she is a student at Howard, and yeah, so during the 7 weeks, the first week we had orientation. So during that week, we learned uncommon schools like mission, like how they were founded, where they were founded, and why they are so big like they are now. So during the first week, we did orientation. And the second and third week, I got a mentor teacher. And my mentor teacher, she helped me with planning lessons. She helped me with teaching. With Uncommon, they always record their lessons because they have a different objective. It's teach like a champion. So since Uncommon is a charter school, it's ran differently from a public school. So I have a video of one of my first lessons teaching. So during the summer, during the science lessons, we taught about the life cycles of a butterfly. So their science, they call it core. Is a butterfly? What is the first stage of a butterfly? On one hand and so when I asked the question, I was like, what is the first stage of a butterfly? All the students have to raise their hand in high vertical to make sure that they're paying attention. And so when I say hand to the star, they go like this, and that means they're being attentive. And once I pick a scholar to answer the question, all of the other scholars have to track the scholar to make sure they're paying attention. So I like how Uncommon Schools like ran and like how they had classroom management. I'm really big on classroom management. I grew up with educators all my life. Like my mom is in the school system, my aunts, like everyone's in the school system. So to see their impact on students, I wanted to do that as well. During my 7 weeks, I had the opportunity to accept the full offer. So once I graduate in May, I will be moving to New Jersey and teaching in Newark. I'm excited, I'm nervous, but I'm more prepared because of the internship. Because once we got fully involved, it was our classroom. So I liked how our mentor teachers were there to guide us, but at the same time we were literally on our own kind of in a way. And it gave us that experience that we needed, because I feel like after you graduate, you're really on your own. So the experience that they gave us with the internship prepared me to be able to go back and go to the professional developments and regain all of that knowledge that they taught us when we first went there in the summer, to go back and teach. So, what else?
What issues did you see in the internships? Were there some things that you thought that class could have done better if the school had encouraged some other kinds of teaching techniques?
So Newark is really in the hood of New Jersey, I guess I can say. So some of the students, you can tell their background isn't their parents are really there. So seeing that, I feel the schools, Uncommon, they really support like students who come from a home where their parents aren't really around. And I like that support that I saw in the classroom. Some positive things I liked when I was there. The students and teachers, like they really have a relationship. It was a summer academy, so it was like different schools, and they all came to the summer academy. But all of the teachers, even if they didn't know the student, they treated them as like if they were at their own school. And I like the family aspect of Uncommon because I'm a family-oriented person, and I feel like family is everything. So if you have that support system, and then you'll succeed and excel. And another thing I like about Uncommon, they really focus on having more African-American teachers, especially males, in the classroom because right now there really isn't a lot of representation. And I feel like if you're a student and you see someone who looks like you do very well. And you'll be pushed because they want you to do what you have to do and not just be lazy and things like that. So I like the support that Uncommon has with their students. And their whole goal is road to graduation. So each classroom is named after a university, and my classroom was the University of Chicago. So have given the students exposure to college at an early age, they think about it throughout their course from kindergarten all the way to 12th grade. And majority of graduates from Uncommon schools, they go to like Brown, they go to Ivy Leagues, like they go to HBCUs, but they also focus more on PWIs because African Americans can do and excel as well.
As a prospective educator, historically, teachers are molded to be reflective practitioners. And as a reflective practitioner, what do you learn about yourself as you engage the students during the summer in terms of, is this really the field you want to really embrace? Maybe you want to expound on that question for me.
So this summer I learned that you have to have a lot of patience. You have to be just ready to like listen and understand sometimes the kids, the students, because like I said earlier, their background, they may not have, the best background coming in, and you have to understand the parents as well, because sometimes the parents don't know like a lot about school and stuff. So I learned patience. I learned how to bite my tongue sometimes, because they're not your kids, so you can't, come on, you can't really, So you have to have patience. You have to be understanding, and you have to have that will to like want to do more, even though you don't get paid that much, I guess. Like you have to have that push to want your students to excel.
Now, talk to me also about time management. To be an effective teacher requires great skills in time management. And it also could be a situation where on a given night you plan an excellent lesson and you go in the next day and something interrupts that lesson. It could be a fire drill, it could be someone from the central office. So you have to alter your plans. Speak on this issue from the angle of time management for me, please.
Okay, so time management is very important as an educator. You have deadlines for your lesson plans, you have test deadlines. So time management is very important. And during the summer, we got a lot of experience with that. So we had to plan our lesson plans. We had this thing called like a pre-week check. So at the beginning of the week, we had to plan out what we needed for each lesson. And with that, we were all selected to print out. I had math, so I had to print out math for the entire first grade. So between 7 and 4, between the time I was teaching, I had to figure out what time I would be able to print out the lessons for everyone. So that could either be on my lunch, or I have to come in earlier or stay later. So being a teacher, you're a teacher 24/7, 25/8. So you never stop. You never stop being a teacher at all. So time management is very important to have, and the planner is very, very, very important.
Tell me about your energy level at the end of the day. Were you talk to me about your energy level, going in versus coming out?
Yes, so that first couple of weeks, I was pumped up, amped, but those 5 o'clock mornings, so I'm from the country, so we drive everywhere. And going to the city, I took my car, but I couldn't handle the traffic, so like I had to ride a bus. So I had to wake up early in the morning to catch the bus, be there, ready for the kids, and then come back and like plan the lessons for the next day. So I was really tired. Like that was the first time I was like, oh, this is how teachers, like, I understand like why my mom comes home early and like goes to sleep and just gets up the next day, because it's really like a 25-minute job. Like you have to eat well, you have to sleep well, you have to make sure your body is right for the times you have to wake up and go to sleep and stuff.
So I just came here from teaching in public school, and I did it for 6 years. And I just had an English degree, so like I was lateral entry, so like I didn't have any classroom experience. So like, I mean, you're very lucky to have this before you start teaching. But one of the biggest issues that I think that we had, aside from classroom management, was kids not being on grade level. And so I taught high school and I taught middle school, and the majority of them are not on grade level. And I taught in Title I schools, and it's primarily Black and brown kids. So my question to you is that I'm sure that you saw kids, even in the first grade, who are not where they should be. So how, as being an elementary school teacher, how are you going to combat that so that when they get older and go through older grades, that they'll be able to be on grade level?
Okay, so I have an example of a student. So with this student, we've noticed that he wasn't really like focused with us, and when he did like do his work and answer questions, it wasn't really what the answer that we wanted. So we like moved him in the front, and we put our our focus on him more. So like when we called a question out and he didn't get it right, somebody else got it right, and then we went back to him to make sure he got it, so he could retain that information. And then like when we put them to like just do work, we would just go to him and be like, "Are you okay? Like, do you need any help? Do you understand what like you're doing?" Stuff like that. So students like that, I feel like if you put a little bit more focus and push and like more attention, then they'll like be like, "Oh yeah, I can do this."
What was their main way of motivating the students? Did they have any systematic motivators in place?
So with Uncommon, they have like classroom cheers. So when they do like different problems, we'll call a student up, and so this one cheer is like, "You're a rock star." So it's like giving them that motivation, because they get so excited to come in the front to have their classmates give them a cheer. So it's like little things like that, and like the line leader and being able to pick up, kids love to do stuff like that, just to get out their seat. So just like little classroom cheers and little motivations for their classmates.
And then was it operated almost all on positive reinforcement, or were there any negative reinforcement or sanctions that they implemented?
So we have positive reinforcements, and then we also have like the color chart. So they all know about the color chart. So once you say, "Bobby, I'm going to change your color to red. I'm moving your color," then they'll be like, "Oh, she's serious. I'm going to get back a star. I'm going to pay attention because I don't want my color changed." Because like once their color gets all the way to red, then it's like no like special areas, or they have to eat like in the classroom with the teacher at lunch.
So is this a sliding scale? Explain how the color chart works.
So it's 5 colors. It's red, orange, green, blue, and purple. So purple is like the good color. Like if you're in the purple, you're in the good. But once you get down to red, it's like, okay, you need to like refocus. You need to focus back on us, because you're not doing what you need to do.
And how often do people get to red?
Not often. It's just like once if they're doing classwork and like one student is like not focused, the teacher will be like, "Oh, I'm switching your color," or they won't even tell the student. They'll just go change it. And like the students, they always pay attention to like where the teacher is. So once they see the teacher going, they'll like refocus back.
And then if you were running your own class, and then it was completely up to you, what systematic things would you put into place?
I like how they had the color chart, and like growing up in school, we kind of had like a color chart as well. So I feel like that's most effective because they see like the different levels. So like the purple, it's like, oh yeah, we're gonna do this. So once they get to the red, it's like, oh no. So once they see, like, they know the difference. They know their consequences, like, once the colors are changed.
Ms. Atkins, as one of my former students, there were times when I had you all to work in groups in terms of collaborative engagement. During the summer, were there ever times when you all, the teachers came together to engage in collaborative dialogue to identify the next step? Were there ever meetings?
So with Uncommon Schools, there is they have a person who writes the lesson plans. So we get the lesson plans and we just like plan it out how we're going to execute it. So with the different classrooms, I would meet with all the other teachers who did math, and we would collaborate on how we want to talk about this, how we want to teach this, so we can all be on the same page. Because we all like teach the same thing every day with the lesson plans. Because they're already written out for us, we just have to execute it.
Give me your perspective on collaborative learning, cooperative learning, students interacting with each other and from each other.
Okay, so sometimes during the summer, I would ask a question, and then if no one could if no one knew the answer, I would turn to your partner. And once they turn to the partner, I give them a few seconds, and then I would ask the question again to make sure everyone is on the same board, same page, and that's how they would do kind of group work.
How was their behavior?
So in the beginning, their behavior was kind of not weird, but they were kind of trying to learn us, and we were trying to learn them. So once we figured out how which students was the high level learning and the low level learning, once we figured that out, then we got to really know them and put them exactly where they need to be in the classroom. But once they got to know us, then it was oh, these girls, they're not playing. They didn't come to play. So once we learned them and they learned us, their behavior kind of it wasn't too bad. But it was sometimes one student would get out of hand, but other than that, it wasn't too bad.
It was a summer, so do you have air conditioned rooms or programs?
So yeah, there's air conditioned rooms. Each school is some schools they share. So the school I was at with my mentor teacher, say it was Black Hall. So on one side it was one school, and on the other side it was another school. They share buildings. I don't understand the whole but yeah.
Then those students interact with other students they did not really know, were new friendships built in that process?
So the classroom was with 25 students from 5 different schools, and some people knew each other from the classrooms, but we made sure that we mix them up so they can get to know other students from other schools.
What was the subject content you taught that you think will help them as they progress to higher grades?
So in science, we taught the life cycle of a butterfly. In reading, we read different books every day. So it would be about pandas, elephants, just different animals. Math, they did different things. So they did fractions. They kind of did some division as well. Rise in first grade. They did multiplication stories, addition story problems, and then in writing, they learned about the 4 parts of a letter. They learned subjects and nouns and verbs and stuff. So I feel what we taught them, it just gave them a little boost for the first grade, so that they'll be able to, when they went in August, they were prepared.
Are there any other things that you might like to add about your eventual aspirations and where you might like to go next? And whether you would consider teaching on a global level and say some favorite country you would like to see somewhere in the world? That is, where will Miss Imani go from now, from your own perspective?
Okay, so my plan is to stay in New Jersey for 5 years. With Uncommon, they have a master's program, So I'll be able to get my master's in teacher education for free. So that's my plan, stay there for 5 years, do the loan forgiveness, get that all. And my ultimate plan is to become a principal. So I feel like Newark kind of has like a special place in my heart already, I don't know why, but I feel like that. So in 5 years, I may stay more than 5 years. And then down the road, I want to become a superintendent.
Now, if I remember well, I'm from South Carolina.
Yes, sir.
Is it your ultimate aspiration to return to South Carolina, to go there to make a difference in your hometown?
I've thought about it, but I feel like if I go home, I feel like I'll make an impact if I go home, but I wanna bring the South up north. I wanna bring our hospitality up north. So I would like to branch out. If I have to go home, then I will go home. But right now, the plan, I just wanna stay up north. Or if anything, I'll come back to Greensboro or Charlotte. But as of now,
Thank you very much.